Throw it up there, JP. Let's go Delaware State and Hawaii. Look at this line. What if I told you that out there in the dark abyss of gambling, Bovada level dark abyss, there is a Hawaii minus 38.5 line in existence? Jake, tell us why that exists.
Well, what if I told you that you could have gotten this a month ago at Hawaii minus 27.5?
Yeah.
The rumor is out on Delaware State, boys. It is not good. This is a disgraceful football team.
You're telling me people are just now getting behind that Delaware State is that bad? I feel like we've known this.
Hey, I don't know this logo about them to know that. I really don't.
We got to go back and pull the archives of the It's Just Money days when we're talking Fresno State and UConn. When I'm hammering the dogs week 1, what was it? They were 42-point favorites.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
We're doing the same with the Rainbow Warriors this weekend, fellas. This team, I hope Delaware State made it over there safely. If they hadn't yet, their flight couldn't even.
They missed the flight.
Imagine taking a plane from Delaware to Hawaii just to be a 40-point underdog on week 0. And you're playing at 1:00 a.m. your time. This is just set up for a disaster. The problem is I do have to play devil's advocate a little bit with Hawaii. The McBride kid, who is the all-conference wide receiver, I just heard today that he's been in team activities, but he's been dealing with some, some suspension, or I'm not really sure what's going on. He wasn't listed on the depth chart. So that's kind of a loss for a team that's going to air it out a bunch. They still have their quarterback, Brendan Shager. He's going to be really good for them.
Good.
This team was 32nd in the country in passing yards last year, but the problem was they couldn't score. They were like 108th. You got to turn that around, and what better way than doing a Gatorade scrimmage versus Delaware State where you can convert in the red zone and work on that kind of stuff before you get UCLA to come to town next weekend. I just think that defensively, they got 7 starters returning for them. It's not a great defensive unit. I think it's a team that's getting better just overall. And I think 7 starters returning on defense helps out a week 0 game and the connectivity of the defense just going against such a poor team in Delaware State. So I don't expect them to give up a bunch of random bullcrap points, at least in the beginning of the game. And they're going to be throwing it around. So there's a good chance, but a lot of incompletions, stop time. I know with the new changes that JP mentioned, but when you throw it out that much, you're going to have a lot more possessions, a lot more plays. So I think you're going to have a lot more chances to score points.
I will say one of the main reasons I want to talk about Delaware State is making these videos, this video content that we create and post for you guys. You have to research sometimes some teams that maybe you don't know much about. In doing so, I had to visit Delaware State football via Instagram. And oh my, does this look like a little league program? Like those practices, they're wearing jerseys that are hanging in pieces. Like, what is going on at this school? You are a 40-point underdog to Hawaii. That's usually what Hawaii is.
Let me give you another little. They gave up 62 points to Miami of Ohio last year, and they also lost to Army 57-0. Both are run-heavy teams, so they're complete opposite of what Hawaii's going to bring to the table. But still, this is not the same Montana State. It's frankly, it's not even close.
JP, what do you think about Delaware State? You probably could have gotten an offer there, or can right now. So, what do you think on Delaware State?
I'll be honest,
Delaware State players listening.
Going through all the games that we were breaking down, this one got 0.01% of my attention just based on the matchup. And
it's
so
40-point spread.
Yeah, it's because we have a friend named Jacob who's a sicko. That's why we're talking about it.
Yeah. I know how bad the program is. I know Hawaii and what they're wanting to be here, but the effort level for this game, I have to tell you, was near 0 for me.
It's going to be that for Delaware State once they finally arrive. I think they missed what are they flying? They got to be flying.
They're flying Spirit at this point.
Yeah, that's probably
what it is. They got to get a
Southwest
flight.
No, Spirit, even cheaper. They might even be flying. There's probably one step under Spirit. I can't draw the name right now, but they sure
Frontier.
I know Delta. Yeah, Frontier's bad too.
I'm flying Frontier on Sunday.
It's like there are people out there that are wanting advice for this football game, and I'm going to guarantee it. You're not going to be going to the big national medias and big podcasts, and they're not going to be covering this game. Somebody's out there dying for some notes.
Cover 3.
That's what we're here for. Boys. Somebody's got to do the work. Somebody's got to do the dirty work around here. So
yes, that's grit. All right, let's do it. Let's do round table style. Jake, what's your final score prediction?
I'm going to say 56-7. I think this team covers easily. It's jumped up 11 points over the last month for a reason. They did put up 20 points on Miami of Ohio last year. I don't know how those points came. I can't say that I went back and watched the film. But I just expect this team to struggle. I think Hawaii, they're going to be good this year. I think there's a lot of optimism with them being a 6 or 7 win Mountain West team.
All right.
They were honorable mention for my over-under wins.
Reese, score prediction and who wins the game?
Well, 56-6. They're going to miss the extra point. Hawaii wins.
All right. I like that. JP, I know you didn't look into it, but you could probably throw a guess out there.
49-10.
Ooh, 10 points. That's a lot of points.
Just barely covering.
Believing in the horn.
Covering by a half. That hook is big.
Yeah, give me Hawaii 52-7. For the first time in a long time, we're going to see a Colt Brennan, RIP, level Hawaii performance just because of who they're playing. They're not going to be that level.
I'm glad you said that. One of the players, I think it was a receiver, he dyed his hair beach blonde and then did the island in black, the Hawaii island, in honor of Colt Brennan. So yeah, they're cool. Actually, I changed my score prediction. Let's go 81-0.
That's a good call to that kid.
Yep, Colt Brennan legacy.